everyone, today's video is going to be a little bit different. I have a bunch of these Urban Decay single eyeshadows that are just laying around and they're taking up a lot of space, so I thought today I would show you guys how I depot these eyeshadows. So feel free to use whatever tools you want, but I'll be using this cuticle pusher to pry open my eyeshadow out. I'll be using this nail file to push the pan out once the plastic is melted. And I'm just using a plain old, really crappy eyebrow tweezer just to pick up the pan because hot metal is hot. And I'll be using this straightener to heat up our pan. These magnetic stickers are optional since the Urban Decay eyeshadow pans are magnetic themselves, but if you don't want to clean off the glue as much, then you can use those instead. And you're also going to need a piece of paper or parchment paper to act as a barrier between the plastic and your straightener. So using my cuticle tool, I'm going to insert in the opening where the hinge is, and I'm just going to use that to push the eyeshadow pan out. And make sure you do this over like a towel or something so when the eyeshadow comes out it doesn't hit a hard surface and it could break. So here we have the plastic casing that we're going to melt in order to get the eyeshadow pan out, but if you do want to save the eyeshadow name sticker that is on the back, then we need to heat it up at a lower temperature first in order to loosen the glue between the sticker and the plastic casing in order to easily remove the sticker from the back. So I'm going to turn my straightener on and set it to about 325 degrees Fahrenheit. But if your straightener doesn't have such precise temperature control, then you're probably going to have to do some experimenting on your own. But for reference, my straightener goes from 140 degrees to 450 degrees, and 325 degrees is just a little bit over half. So let's say your straightener has number controls from 1 to 15, then you want to go a little bit over half, so it would be about an 8. So this is what the inside of the plastic casing looks like, and as you can see there's these little plastic lines all throughout the circle. So when you push your tool through, you have to make sure you go in between the spokes in order to push the eyeshadow pan out. So right now I'm doing my first heating in order to remove the plastic sticker easily. I'm going to stick the eyeshadow in between the two plates of the straightener on top of a piece of paper. Make sure that the eyeshadow is not touching the top of your straightener plate, otherwise it could melt and get on your straightener and that would render it useless and probably very stinky. So it takes me about 3 minutes of heating at 325 degrees Fahrenheit in order to fully melt the glue from the backing of the sticker, but just be sure not to heat it too long or too hot, otherwise the sticker could burn or shrink. Just be sure to check it every now and then because every straightener is different. These instructions are just a guideline. You'll probably have to experiment in order to get your own timing down pat. So at this point I'm using my cuticle tool in order to pry off some of the edges of the sticker in order to remove it with my hands easier. So at this point the plastic casing isn't too hot so I can handle it with my hands, but just be careful as the plastic casing is still warm. So here we are, the plastic sticker is off. Now you can stick it on the back of your eyeshadow pan, or you can stick it onto the back of one of those magnetic stickers. So in order for me to melt the plastic casing enough for me to poke a tool through to get the eyeshadow pan out, I am going to turn my straightener up to 450 degrees, which is as high as it will go. So it takes me about 2 minutes of heating at 450 degrees in order to get the plastic casing soft enough for me to poke a tool through it and push the eyeshadow pan out. So when your plastic casing has all these wrinkles and cracks throughout the back, that's usually a good sign that it's soft enough for you to poke your tool through. Be careful as this is extra hot right now. So the eyeshadow pan has now come out and you'll want to use something to scrape off that excess glue. I'm just going to be using my same cuticle tip thingy that I've been using just to scrape that off. And here we have a clean eyeshadow pan. So I'm going to be using the magnetic stickers, and I'm going to peel the white part off and replace it with the eyeshadow name sticker on the back. And I'm just going to place that on the back of the eyeshadow pan. Be careful, as the eyeshadow pan is probably still going to be a bit warm. But here we are, it's complete. Now you can just stick that in a Z palette of your choice or any other palettes you want to use. And ta-da! So much less clutter. Now I can actually use these eyeshadows more often now that they're so much handier to get to. So yeah, that's all for this tutorial. I hope you guys found it helpful, and if you like it, please thumbs up and subscribe. I shall see you guys next time. Bye! "99 eyeshadow pans on the desk, 99 eyeshadow pans. Melt one down, pass it around, 99 eyeshadow pans on the desk."